Okay, morning ladies and gentlemen. It's Thursday morning, London session. I'm a little bit late again this morning, having a little bit of trouble. Personal issues, but I will get there. So first of all, what I want to do is look at the bonds, see what daily profile we get on the bonds. Okay, so we got a range if you see here, we've got a 3 candle model on the bonds forming. Alright, we could be operating in this daily range. So we could expect bearish. I'll jot down in this scenario that we've got a range daily profile with a bearish 3 candle model on the bonds. It's something to consider. Then I'll go over to FX. Just get rid of yesterday's Asian range. Okay, let's start on a week. So we know where we are. We've taken that level. I knew there was loads of liquidity below this yesterday, so we were looking for longs in here. We didn't really get the cracking correlation, and it rolled over. So it might have just, because it didn't reach the actual Asia high where I thought it was going to go, the draw of liquidity. But I decided against the trade anyway, just because there was no high time frame crack, and I'm just trading not within my rules. So I stuck to my guns on that. Anyway, back to the weekly. Weekly is a range. Previous week is a range. Just checking now if we've got a close below. We have. So all assets have closed below the previous week's low. How does this give us an indication? It gives us an indication that we're going to just continue lower. Got a key level there. What is that key level? Is that a monthly? Yeah, it's a previous month's low. Daily. We haven't had a clear. Sorry, that was the wrong bar then. We've had a clear. So we've got a bearish daily profile. So the bonds have a bearish CRT model. They have a bearish daily profile. So we're trying to get sells above the open. bearish daily profile, sell above the open. So where our draw of liquidity becomes previous day's low, that is our immediate draw of liquidity. Just have a look at the 6 hour. Did we pop above that high? Yes, we did. We already know where the draw of liquidity is, but we've got like a kind of 6 hour CRT, bearish CRT model as well. Previous month's low looks pretty promising. This looks like where our draw of liquidity is. Let's go on to Asia. Map out the session. We had expansion yesterday, didn't we? London accumulated quite clearly. We had the manipulation in New York. So it's breaking down the sessions do actually work. Gives you another confluence. It's very important to do. And it's, Thursday, equals reversal. So maybe if we get previous day's low on one of these assets, we can start looking for buys. Possibly. Let's drop out to the 1 hour. Let me just quickly mark up. Asia. Yeah, Asia's ranged. I'm just filling in my journal as we go. If Asia ranged, that means London should form the wick. If we're looking for sells above the open's here, so we've already sold off at 6 AM. Didn't quite get a tap in there. Was there a... It's a bit before my... a bit before I start trading. 6:30 really is the time I can look for trade. Minimum. But if we are looking at this, there's going to be a immediate draw of liquidity below Asia, and we've already done that, so we can't really do anything until we get a higher time frame level taken now. I need another liquidity pool to be taken. So previous day's low looks good, or if we draw into this thirst, we can take something off of that. But like I say, our immediate draw of liquidity is probably going to be previous day's low, because we are bearish on the profile, on the daily profile. So that means the draw of liquidity will be the low on one of the assets. 6S looks to be, oh no, 6B's looks to be the nearest 25 pips away, and it looks like we're tanking down. 7 AM is our Judas. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, 7 a.m. is normally our Julius, so if we're going to create the wick in London, we'll probably get a swing point to form at 8 a.m. Possibly 9 if it's a reversal. So we just build that information, and if you see 6B pushing down, there's no entry for us here anyway. Too early and price is just running, so nothing missed there, nothing missed there. Not been the most successful week this week. Lots of invalidations, possibly something in here that would have been a break even, maybe. Even this would have been a break even as well on Monday, I think. But I don't tend to trade Mondays. Not if something like that happens on a Monday, it's normally going to expand more. Carry on expanding. But to be honest, it did reach a draw of liquidity. But yeah, Mondays are always typically a little bit volatile. So not a lot we can do on FX at the moment. 6B, we're hoping, we can take something out of this, but the draw of liquidity, if on a trending day, will always be previous day's high or low. So we can expect here, and if we get something like that, we get a weekly cycle on a Thursday below Wednesday's low, we can look to take a long position at 8 a.m. That would be perfect. Whether we actually get down there at this time at 8 a.m, maybe 9 a.m. we shall see. But at the moment, it's taken both sides of Asia, and there's no liquidity pools that invalidates our trade. Let's look at NQ. Let's just refresh this chart again. Right, index market. So the month we're bullish, aren't we? Let me just go here, show everyone. Previous. Oh, that is the wrong chart, isn't it? Let's get that up there. So yeah, previous month. It's bullish. All assets are above. We're not showing signs of slowing down here, are we? Definitely not. We had a range daily profile, thought we might wick above this wick and then wick above this wick and then start to come back down. But so at the moment we don't really have a lot we could use. It's week 1 of the month, right? Should form the range. Range weekly profile. We still have NQ. NQ and ES are still above previous week's high, aren't they? So we've still got a SMT. That's why I've got the 50% marked out, but I think we might have closed above now. We did on NQ. We did on NQ. Other than that, got range daily profile. So it means I need to see a bit more confluence in order to take a trade. Stacked confluence. Or standard deviation. NQES traded above. Let's see if that's then I drop down to the 6 hour to see if it's a wick. It is a wick, okay, so that's important as well. Wick above, close below, right? So if we're looking at this, it's Thursday as well. We've got a weekly cycle above and the 6 hours wicked above, okay, so that gives us, it's all starting to blend an idea of what price is going to do. I can mark out 50% of the previous day's range. We are at all-time high, so taking shorts is is against the trend. But each candle is a range, so, and you know, okay, a range is either truly broken or falsely broken. So if we wick above the daily 50% with a sequential SMT, you know, the 50% of the previous day's range is going to be high probability. So yeah, we're looking to trade into this. Let's see the 6 hour just quickly, as we've got a range daily profile. YM seems to be a little bit depegged, in all honesty. Does seem to be a bit depegged, so don't know if it's going to be the greatest for correlation at the moment. But yeah, we have wicked above. Let's see what we get. No real 6 hour CRT, so we've got no high time frame. CRT levels to take into account. Thursday, built for reversals. Let's break down this. Let's give the go on to the 15-minute draw out sessions. I think might have a range. That means London might form the wick, possibly. Nothing is ever certain in trading. Nothing is ever certain. I'll give you ideas. 6B pulled into that Q standard deviation. I have to get rid of previous Asia's range as well. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Let's hope we get something today. A little bit clearer price action today would be lovely. Hopefully the markets have had all week to settle down. First candles broke the high, so maybe we should wait for another sweep. Really, yeah. Maybe if we get a daily cycle, yes, maybe if we get a daily cycle as well. But I don't start trading till 8 AM anyway, so we'll see what happens here. We might come down, take Asia low, and then go back up higher to come lower in New York, because New York's built for reversals. Asia's ranged. Yep, London should make the wick. Wow, yeah, that is a massive push down, and 6S is slowly going down as well. So, I mean, if we stay in this Q standard deviation, can I take a trade? Yes, I can. Is the draw of liquidity going to be previous day's low? Yes, it is. Am I going to put a lot of risk on here? No, I'm going to probably use a normal risk. But if I start getting down here, where this is, and then I can use if I'm in here, I'm going to use a little bit less risk than normal, probably half, because the draw of liquidity is previous day's low. Okay, but I will take the trade if it does. But I'm hoping we close through this, and then maybe 8 takes this, and then 9 we can get a reversal, because I have a weekly cycle, and something else, and maybe 6S is down by that. So it's a little bit of just being a bit patient this morning. Trying to be patient. looks a bit more promising from 6B. That'll give us a nice weekly cycled to invalidate these levels. I'm looking for the indicator looks for a close below the level, so to invalidate them, and that's how I would see it as well. You need to close through the level to invalidate it. That's why I've made the indicator like that. So I do use my own indicator that I've built around quarterly theory and CRT, timed edge. You can get access to it on WAP if you want. Okay, so we've got a hidden popping up now. You know, I don't really like that though. I don't like that until the actual, if all assets are taken the low and then we get a hidden. I want to see that the liquidity pool taken, especially when it's a big liquidity pool like a weekly cycle or a daily or monthly. I know US markets are shut down, but there could be something today. What are we, Thursday the 9th? No, we just got unemployment claims. $6B drawing down now. It looks like we're going to take out that liquidity, like I said. Don't be scared to fade the sharp move, you know, just because we're racing down into this level. We've still got 30 minutes to the candle. We could reject now and then form a nice wick and then get something at 8 o'clock. Okay, so 6B's taken that level. Clean weekly cycle. Maybe 6E even gets into this level, and then we can up the risk a little bit because we've got 2 stacks two confluences, and if we get a third 1 hour CRT, we are, yeah, we can up the risk in that position. Got two higher time frame confluences, one lower time frame. So there's several stages of we're expecting, so we've accumulated, we're expecting manipulation in London. And if London's going to form the Judas, and 7 AM is causing the manipulation, then more often than not 8 AM is going to be our prime time looking for a trade. Got 25 minutes left till 8 AM GMT. We have got a wick above here. It's a range daily profile for it, so we want to see stack confluence. We're expecting manipulation in London as Asia's ranged. So maybe one asset goes and takes Asia high, and we've got a weekly, daily in line back to take us down to the daily 50%. Fingers crossed there's a little something for us this week. I mean, it's been a bit of a stinker so far. I don't think I'm the only trader that has been finding it a little bit tough. 6S pulling into that standard deviation level. Want to see some buyers coming in now, create a nice little wick for us to have SMT at the lows. Sorry about that, just had to sort something out. Probably anticipating NQ to take this Asia high, then run down, get something into here. Probably first target will probably be Asia or this standard deviation level. But overall, if we wick above, we close above. If we wick above, we close to 50%. We at least hit 50% of the previous day's range. Equilibrium. Seeing that bullish pressure come in, it's good. If we get the 1 hour CRT model, this is 100% 100% getting taken. Still a waiting game. We've got 20 minutes to wait. I'm just going to go and grab something and I'll be back. Cheers. Where I don't know where this could be drawing to on 6B, but it's probably that month low, isn't it? CXS has also taken previous day's low. Let's see, we've got 9 minutes left of this candle. Potentially we could look for a long. We shall see. It's a waiting game. We've got to be patient here. Yeah, this is sorry about that. I was just having my first breakfast. So price has pulled into Q standard deviation and A standard deviation. So we are now looking for longs, looking for buyers below this range low. Let's see what price gives us. Hopefully we can make up for the rest of the week and get a nice trade today. That'd be nice. But we're in multiple. If I was trading on my personal, I'd be risking 2% here because we're trading out of two zones here, and we got so we're stacking confluence for our trade here. It's also Thursday. Let's drop down to the M1. Have a single leg expansion here. Okay, so first candle hasn't broken. Want to see a micro below. Shouldn't be scared to fade a sharp move like that. Let's see what happens. If all assets break below, we can start then looking for an inversion up till 10 past 8. If no inversion, then we look for break down the 15-minute because we have got two higher time frame confluences. So let's just see how we get on here. Let's see if price is going to behave here. Would be nice. A lot of confluences have aligned here. It's 8 AM as well. Trying for a swing point to form. Because I'm trading on a funded next account, can't really risk more than I want to because they're fucking stupid rules. But this could be pie in the sky unless we get an entry anyway, so is what it is. I want one asset to take the low before 10 past 8. We've got 6 minutes left. If not, then we have to start accounting for the first 15 minutes. So I'm looking for range low to go on one asset to give us a micro. Maybe 6B might offer it up. I do want to be below equilibrium when I'm taking a reversal like this though on the leg. So if 6B takes this 1 hour low and we're not, when I take the position on 6E, we're not below equilibrium in the immediate leg, price is going to have to fill that. So I'll just wait. 8:06. We've got 4 minutes left to get a microcycle. Like I said before, if we don't get to EQ of this range and we get a break below, I'll wait. We can still start breaking down to 15 minutes within this 1 hour. You get a range, expect a manipulation, which would suit coming down into 50% of this wick. Come on, PA. Come on. $8.08. Excuse me. Alright, price is just pushing up. So if we get an expansion in the first candle, what does that necessarily mean? We need an accumulation in the second, and then we get a manipulation probably at 8:30. Possibly. It looks like we're going to fail the first hurdle, that's for sure. 50 seconds left. I don't think 6B is gonna get below that 1 hour range low. There's gonna be a lot of liquidity below this low though. We're turtle soup traders, so we want to see that raid on liquidity. And that is all Linda Rashke, not Romeo. I started reading the book. That is all Linda Rashke, the raid on liquidity. That's why Romeo calls himself Raid. Nothing new under the sun, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. It has all been regurgitated through books, same as ICT, all regurgitated. William Gann, Linda Rashke, these all the great modern traders throughout the years. It's all been regurgitated and republicized. Wyckoff, everything. I'm going to make it my absolute calling to go through most of these books and study them properly to gain a better understanding than the rest of my peers. If you want to be the best, you've got to beat the best. Okay, so we look like we're getting a big expansion from this. This is not what we want to see. Okay, so it looks like we've had a bit of expansion. Gonna give it another 15 minutes, wait for this candle to close, and then the next one, and then we can see if we can get some form of liquidity. We are above the 50% of the previous day's range. Excuse me. So if you can imagine, if the 50% the EQ has already been mitigated, we've reacted from this, right? We've got liquidity. Oh, we've taken that liquidity a bit above there, but we've reacted from 50%. If we've taken previous days low on one of the assets, where's the liquidity going to be? Previous day's high. Okay, this might also form a range inside bar this hour, and then we get the sweep at 9 o'clock to take the hourly low, and then we start trading higher. Then we have a clear 3 candle model as well. Start targeting this high, Asia, previous day's high. Let's just see what happens. Candles opened. Open low, high close. First few minutes of the bar. If you're looking at it through the lens of open high, low close, or open low, high close, looks to be a bullish bar. What seems to be going on here? Excuse me. Still a bit of a waiting game for us. Not a lot we can do. Let's have a look at the index, see what's going on here. We're pushing up. No, not a lot going on. Maybe YM gets above Asia. Maybe we don't actually reach it. Bear with me 2 seconds. Yeah, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do is just I'll set an alert for Asia high. If we get that daily cycle, I want London to make a wick or a Judas of some sort. At the moment we're stagnating in the EQ of the 6 hour range. YM stayed at EQ of the weekly as well. Not a lot's happened. So what are we building up for? Maybe there's no liquidity in the market for YM to move. NQ seems to be moving though. We were looking for shorts here. Then I said if Asia gets taken, that would be one we could look for. But we became depegged at the open yesterday, and I thought if we could keep going up, the only liquidity is going to be above previous day's high, and we got there, but nothing turned round. So we'll see what happens today. We got the first candle broke. Would like to see another sweep or some form of daily cycle, just to confirm the move. What we get in here? We've had that manipulation. No micro. We want a range to form here. Maybe we do get the 8 AM range, and then we get some kind of turtle soup. Price seems to be slowing down. Let's see what happens here. I'll be monitoring the next candle. After now, looking at that 15-minute bar, I don't know if we can class that as expansion. It's more like a range. But there's no micro below the low anyway. The low is probably there, sitting in there. Yes, it is. There's no micro. Next microcycle is at coming in 1 or 2 minutes. But if we do get that low, we're probably going to go to the 1 hour low here. If that is the case, which I think it probably is. Yes, I thought it closed a bit differently to that. So it'd be XX45, which I'll probably look for, or the 9 AM range. Sorry, 8 AM range to be broken, which is being formed as we speak. There is a manipulation happening now. There's no microcycles. There's no entry. None of the 7 AM low has been taken. At the moment, 6S looks like it's drawing down that way. One more minute left and we'll get another micro come in. Another cycle, Q2. Maybe we go down and sweep into this. Patience is a virtue. Let's not rush this trade. All assets are below the previous 15-minute low. We're just sitting above that 1 hour 7 AM range low as well, so I really want to see one of them assets take it. Then I might consider taking a long now. nice stab into that low would be nice with a precision swing point. Fill me with confidence. We're in EQ of the range at the moment. In actual fact, if we do break down any more, the micro will be cancelled. Yeah, that will. So the micro will be invalidated if one of the assets, maybe one of the assets stay above. 24 minutes past 8. I don't like 6B has left these relative equal lows. Let's just check the CFDs, see what's going on. Because sometimes the CFD cracks and then it gives me a little bit more confidence to take the trade, because we know the CFDs have took the liquidity, but nothing has happened yet. So we've got these relative equal lows formed on 6B, which is GU. If you're not familiar, oh, morning mate. I just see that. I don't know how long that's been up there for. Just to run you through the trade we're looking at, right? We have a weekly cycle. We're in. Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. Yeah. So we've got a weekly cycle. It's 8:30. We're looking for longs. We've got two higher time frame stacks of confluence, and we're looking for a micro. I'm concerned about this relative equal lows here, so that's why I'm not in a position as we speak. All assets have run the 15-minute. I think, yeah, the first 15 minutes was probably a range. Here, no change of state of delivery. We've got one here, but still wick. Okay, so can expect manipulation in the next candle. But I want this low to go on 6B, would be nice. Maybe we get to take a trade today, sir. That would be nice. After this week of debauchery. I don't know what's going on with the market at the moment. It's in a bit of a. It's not reacting properly. YM seems to be depegging with the rest of the assets as well on index futures. Can you just let me know if the stream's okay, bro? Because obviously this goes straight out to YouTube. Just let me know if you can see everything. Everything's clear. Okay, so if all assets are going to close below this low, right, we've got this, that's in below, and we're nearly going to break now. Excuse me. Top man, thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Yeah, if all candles are going to break this low, the micro is going to be gone. And we're midway through the candle, which I don't like to trade, so I might wait for the XX45. What we have in here. We might even find that this forms the 9 a.m. range. I'm willing to take 2 positions on this. If I take a loss and then I'll take another position, because it is okay. So we've taken the range low on 6E, which I wanted to go. I wanted that to go, and I want to seek some kind of pop up now. What's that? 8:29. So we've got a new 15-minute candle coming in. No micro. Still got 30 minutes left of this hourly range. I don't really like to take a midway through the candle. It's a waiting game for me. I want to see XX45 15 minute. When's the next micro out? Yeah, so it's going to be 45. We'll get another micro. Hopefully the trading universe is going to give me a little something today for my patience for the week. Okay, so that 15-minute bar closed. I hope so, bro. I hope so. We haven't had a good run this week. It's been pretty fucking slow. Fucking joke, honestly. Well, we have got a lot of confluences met here for this trade, so I'm going to do my best, and if something does come up. Yeah, so I'm waiting for the XX45. I'm waiting for a new micro to come in. Maybe we get something here. Open, high, low, close though. So what if this 15-minute bar opens and then we start pushing up? What does that tell us? And then we get something like this, we're going to push back down. So just have to, I'm waiting for a new micro. 9 a.m. is normally a reversal as well though, so I'm very aware that this also could just dick about for another 28 minutes or whatever, and then we get that sweep of liquidity, another liquidity pool formed, so we go down and take that low or something like that in at 9 a.m. That's also, you know, and then we've got the 1 hour model, and that's our target above this high, right? That's a 1 hour CRT there. But yeah, real liquidity is going to be above this high or previous day's high, because we've already mitigated 50% of the range. If we do find EQ, EQ's already been rejected, so all the liquidity is going to be in this area or previous day's high. Let's see what price is doing. Go drop down to the 1M. Come on, be nice for us for today. Come on. Been patient the whole week, come on. Excuse me. So I'm waiting another 10 minutes, XX45. What's going on here? Published. I haven't uploaded anything to YouTube. What's going on? Oh, right, yes. It's the live session. So we've got that wick above, close below. Patiently waiting. Yesterday was a fucking scam. At the open, it just fucking depegged. It's a joke. YM. I said there was going to be liquidity below these lows. If one asset takes Asia and London, if we get below, then we could see a move up. YM did, but we become so depegged that the first hour went up here and down here, and that's just, you know, fucking, it's useless for us. Useless for our model anyway. It's fucking completely useless. Anyway, got a weekly cycle here. First candle's above though, right? So wouldn't mind seeing another crack in liquidity, crack in correlation. I thought YM was going to trade up until Asia high. What time's that? 7. Seemed to be stuck at EQ. It's just bouncing around. So Asia's ranged here, so we're expecting a manipulation. So we shall see what happens on the old index. Come on, I just want some fucking nice price action. I've got shit to do with my life. Okay, so we're getting it. We've got this break lower now. Price is slowing down. There was buyers in at this level. I'll tell you what would be nice would be the 9 AM reversal here. We get a little indecision or something like that, something that looks like this, and then we get the wick formed. But I will take a trade if there's something looks nice. All assets are probably going to run the low, so XX45 is probably the only model we can look to take. Okay, so all assets have run the low. We have got higher time frame, stacked higher time frame confluence, so we can use the 15 minutes still. I'd like to see this candle close a bit of a rejection. That'd be that would increase the narrative. At the moment we're just looking like we might close, excuse me, through the level, even though we're still in our Asia zone here. Let's see how this 15 minute gets on. Come on, 6E. Come on, you beauty. Give us a little something. Teasing me for days. NQ. Not doing a lot. What's the bond saying? Have we got a... We've got a hidden weekly on the bonds. I mean, this is good indication, right? If the bonds have got a hidden weekly and we start to push up on the bonds, that means the FX is probably going to start to push up. Oh. Have we taken a low? No. Oh, wow, that's not good. That's not a good close on the 15-minute. That's not what we want to see. Okay, so if we're looking at this, I'm not taking this long. I'm going to wait for the 9 AM. If we get a close like this, I want to see some... Looks like we're going to close, get the hourly close below that level as well. And 6E. Fuck's sake. It was all too good to be true, wasn't it? Come on. Where are the balls? Are they going to ever appear? No, they are not. Wow, there is going to be a lot of liquidity below previous day's low for sure. But once we get that, the weekly cycle's gone. Just fucking playing with fire. Chasing our tails here. I can't believe it. It was all too good to be true, wasn't it? Fuck's sake. I thought this looks beautiful. Beautiful cookie cutter setup. Weekly cycle. Yeah, I know, mate, I know. But you know where it's drawing to though, don't you? Previous day's low. What we could wick below and then go back up and still have a hidden, but you know, things are rapidly decreasing for our odds. Oh, you motherfucker. Yesterday, I'm not sad I missed out. I'm not sad I missed out on that trade yesterday. There was no higher time frame crack and we've rolled over straight away. So it's okay. My draw liquidity would have been up there, but old liquidity pool, new liquidity pool, cracks and correlations, that's what we trade, so that wasn't there. Come on. Right, I want to see some balls come in now. We're not necessarily going to take this 15-minute now. We are getting a nice rejection. So we shall see. 2 seconds, mate. I've just got to take a call. So we are getting that rejection. Do I mark the 15-minute low? If we go and take the high of this 15-minute, I'm not interested. I think we started at below 50%, haven't we? Yeah. So that means the other end of the range is the draw of liquidity. And do you know what I mean? We know open, high, low, close, right? Oh, come on, be nice to us, man. Fuck. I think 9 AM, come on. Let's see the 1 minute. So a little look at that 15-minute. Maybe we get a micro here. I might hit it. There's obviously buyers in at this level. XX45 still in play. I mean, open, low, high, close, right? But if we get a manipulation below the low, we haven't tapped in. We could see this going, drawing a bit higher. Let's see the M1. Have we closed, displaced above that? Let's see if 6B takes this low. Gives us a micro. What does the 15-second look like? See, with the 15 seconds, I like to see some kind of, and then a wick below, something like that. Excuse me. Out to the M1. We need a micro first anyway. I was thinking if we get a 15-second dump below there and a clear inversion, we could take that. Starting to stall here. Nine minutes left of this hourly bar. Give it 5 minutes. Wait. We start pushing up now. I think more than likely that the 9 a.m. range low is going to be taken. Sorry, 8 a.m. range low is going to be taken into 9 a.m. I'm going to run the stream a little bit longer just so we can try and capture this trade. Hour and 50 minutes so far. Come on, 6E, come on, give us a little something. What's NQ doing? NQ hasn't done a lot, still sticking about in that range. What's going on here? 52 minutes past the hour. As we get closer to the 9 a.m. I probably want to wait until the new range is formed and not take the 15-minute and just wait for the 1 hour range to be formed and then that to be swept, to be honest. That's going to hold more weight. There's going to be more liquidity below the below the 8 a.m. range, sorry. So let this form and then wait. Because if we enter before, then we run the risk of being swept on the open of the next candle, hourly range candle. 6E dicking about where it is. So it's 8:55 or 8:54, sorry. I think I'm gonna say I'm gonna wait now. Yeah, you've got 10 seconds left. I'm gonna wait until this 8 a.m. range to be swept. Let's have a look on the 1M. Oh, it's gonna be tight, isn't it? Fucking about. Oh, please don't take it now. Fuck's sake. You want to see it build liquidity, right? You want to see this build liquidity. Then 9 a.m. opens, not the first bar, but second bar onwards. Then sweep the liquidity, and then we start to move up higher. 6S now is heading down towards the end of the bar. And here we go. Yeah, I'm not going to take this, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to wait. We've got 56. We've got 3 more minutes left of the hour range. So I'm going to delete this. We're still going to be in Asia standard deviation. We're going to close through the Q standard deviation by the looks of it. Let's see if we get our model. Right, that's good. We're forming a range now. When's that gonna? Three minutes to go. Like a M15 worth of liquidity. What do you mean, bro? You have to make. I don't know what you mean. Like a 15-minute worth of liquidity. Yeah, the higher the time frame, the more liquidity rests below, right? Or rest above or below. The higher the time frame. So, what's going to hold more weight? A 1 hour or a 15-minute? A 1 hour is going to hold more weight. So if we're getting closer to the 9 a.m., the new bar that opens at 9 a.m., and we're getting this range formed here, more likely we're going to get a sweep of the range low. Still look to be staying in this level. We have got 1 minute left. Remember, I don't want to see that first candle break either. You said we need price to build liquidity. I was asking what kind of liquidity would you need for your potential take an entry? Yeah, like 6B is doing here. We're building liquidity in this range before the 9 a.m. If you can see, we've got 1 minute left, right? So what have we done? We've stalled at the end. Sorry, my voice is going. So we stalled at the end. So we're building liquidity before the end of it's time-based liquidity, isn't it? Right, 9 o'clock. New hour range is finished. What's that saying as well? Not a lot. So you know what we're looking for? We're looking for a micro below the low. Don't want the first candle to break either. That's for shit sure. We're looking for a micro in the first 10 minutes. The new microcycle starts at 9:08. Excuse me. My throat gets so dry when I'm speaking so much in a stream. It's mad. Inversion, pull back. Still we're looking for that micro though. We want to see the range low to be taken. 2 seconds. Come on, baby. What is it? 9:03. Come on, we want to see a little sweep. We've got a weekly cycle in a Q standard deviation, A standard deviation, and we're looking for longs. We're looking for a new liquidity pool to be taken on one of these assets. And then a nice precision swing point for entry on the M1. Oh man. See how this is building liquidity here? It's just fucking about. 6B. We want to see that stab into that old low and then take the high, right? Stab into the old low, then precision swing point. Right, for our entry. No idea what's going on right now. But anyway. Okay, so we got the stab into an old low. Got a precision swing point. I'm going to set a buy stop above. If all assets run the low, I'm looking for an inversion. At the moment, I've got a buy stop above this candle. If all assets run the low, I'm looking for a clean inversion. Let me just check the CFD data. So we're still above on the CFD data. We've got a micro. This is our first PSP here, because this candle broke and it was a precision swing point. You can now follow on and see if there's any more precision swing points coming in the market. It's a waiting game. It's 9:07. I'm now in my position. We'll see how this runs. Hopefully it just doesn't fucking roll over. Okay, just so you can see, I'm in this here. Excuse me. This is, I don't mind if this is 909. Okay, so we're in, we've got a presented fair value gap here. Nice to see a rejection out of that, to be honest. Two seconds. Let's see what happens here. We have got created equal lows here, which I don't like to see. I know the CFD data is slightly above. Got a fair value gap there as well on the CFD. Maybe. Let's see what happens. I've waited patiently. This is fits all the rules. There's high time frame confluence there. If 15-minute closes like this, we know it's gonna go down and make a wick. Open, low, high, close, right? Let's see what happens here. Still fucking about. It's a bit slow for me. Still could be liquidity in that It's not exactly expanding madly, is it? Are you in this, bro? Are you in this with me? Have you taken it with me, or are you sitting out? All longs are high resistance at this point. All longs are high resistance. What do you mean by that, bro? Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're overly extended bearish, yeah, of course we are. Well, it's a waiting game, isn't it? It's a waiting game. It is high resistance, yeah, but that's turtle soup trading, isn't it? You're trading into buy the low. Hmm. 15-minute. How did that get a wick above? No. 15-minute. Did it wick above? Well, stop loss should be below that low anyway. I mean, if there is an equal low there. If we go back down there, you know, we're going to get stopped out. But that's take the risk or lose the chance, right? Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. we put a standard deviation tool on that from the low to high that caused the micro, where does that get us up to? Let's go on a 1 hour, let's have a little look. So if the algorithm was behind this probably is our first target is above this 1 hour candle for sure. Okay, promise. I'm going to be looking at this 1 hour candle, and I'll see how price develops. At the moment we're just fucking about. It is fucking around, mate, yeah. Definitely is. Not really in a good spot to go break even either. Maybe we could cover this order block a little bit, but not really giving the trade enough room to breathe. Just seems to be no liquidity in the market. What time is it? 9:30. Oh, fuck you, motherfucker. I mean, this is our last point of it turning round, to be honest, if we're going to get some buyers coming in. if we go up from this point here and we start breaking the high, I'm going to move my stop loss up. Okay, so if we get something like this promise and we break above here, I'll move my stop loss to this low, as it should be protected. I don't want it to come back below there, otherwise it's going to target these lows. Okay, so it's depending on what we do here. At the moment, we've just created a sell side imbalance. But like I said, if we run above this high, close above, I'll then move my stop loss to here to protect a little bit of capital. But I still think this is probably going to stab into this level and then move higher. If we are going to move higher, we might just fucking close through and get stopped out. All the stars did align on this trade though, just remember. Do you know what I mean? There is lots of higher time frame confluences, but it doesn't seem to be the liquidity in the market. I mean, 6S looks a bit more promising, doesn't it? Oh man. Oh, fucking hell. So fucking slow. There's no news today either, is there? It's just not the one. Very interesting price action. I'll just okay, pushing down into that level. Are we going to get an explosion up? Be nice to see something. Balls, come on. Give us a little bit of something. The drift of death, isn't it? Just drifting in. What's the 15-minute saying? Where's the EQ of that? It's a little lower. Oh, gonna have a new 15-minute range low to form though, as formed, so maybe we might whip below and then go back up. Very slow. Yeah, well, there is meant to be unemployment, yeah, but I don't think it's actually out, bro. Because the US government shut down, so none of the economic data is. That's why we're having a week where it's just like this. Fucking testing my patience. And I think we're going to take a loss, aren't we? Fuck you, motherfucker. Drift of death. that's a shame. I thought we were going to find some kind of demand here. Bollocks. It's going straight for them equal lows. Stopped out. That is fair enough. I don't know what was going on there, just not enough liquidity to at all was there in the market. Not enough. Oh well, on to the next one. Never mind, that week's been a bit fucking shit. Knew there was going to be liquidity below that. Oh. Yeah, never mind, man. What can we do? Not a lot. This drift of death. Maybe we could have covered the long there, but I thought that would be our last point. But realistically, should have been a bit more strict with that. You know, created a fair value first, presented fair value gap. As soon as you get a close through that, you know it's going game over. Could have covered the short long there. But I didn't want to take a break even, that's for sure. And then price fuck off in our direction, because that would have fucking pissed me off even more, I think. So I'd rather take the loss. I think I'm going to wait now for a little bit more price action to form. They're both moving down together as well. That's why I kept checking NQ. It's NQ and 6E's going down. Something's a problem. You know, this should work. This should go up, and the other one should go down. Right, I think I need a break now, mate. I'm going to be back on for what have we got? We've got bearish daily profile. I don't think we're going to get above London, that's for sure, because London's up there. So I'll probably be back on at 10 to 12. Yeah, but do you know what? It fits all the rules. I've got to take it, haven't we? Got to take it, right? Otherwise you can't. The edge doesn't play out. It just is what it is. You can clearly see there was a fucking... Yeah, alright, yeah. 10 to 12, man. I'll be back on. Thank you, mate.